So here you have Nikki Haley, a presidential candidate for the GOP, asking the Democratic governor in New York to pardon Daniel Penny, this Marine who put Jordan Neely in a chokehold for more than 15 minutes. And it's started this debate about what do bystanders, what's their moral obligation? There were lots of people on that subway that watched Jordan Neely die. And the question now that's being asked is, did they have a duty to intervene? Now, New York, like most states, or really all states across this union, does not have bystanders laws. They don't have laws that require individuals to act when someone is in danger. But the killing on the subway, the killing of Jordan Neely, has residents debating when they should step in. Now, as a lawyer, this is an issue that I've had to confront on numerous occasions, first starting in law school, and then in real life cases that I've had to deal with on my own. And it is a very tricky question because on one hand, you don't want to create a whole new class of civil actions. You don't want people held financially accountable because they fail to jump in or to intervene when they see a crime being committed or seeing, some other kind of act. But on the other hand, it raises significant moral questions about all of us and our duties to stop someone from being injured, whether they're being assaulted on a train or, maybe assaulted in the streets or in a building. And we all have heard of these horrific stories. There's stories where maybe, where I've seen where as many, I should say, as 40, 50 people watched as someone was being physically assaulted. And there's stories of people even watching individuals be murdered. So it's a really, really tricky question. States have avoided enacting legislation that requires individuals to act. We know many police departments around this country now have intervention mandates where they require police officers to take action if they see other officers engaging in excessive force or doing things that are harmful, even to individuals that they have in custody. But this question of bystanders, moral duties or having a legal duty to intervene gets a little more complicated because some of the people on that train with Jordan Neely and Daniel Penny said they didn't know who was the aggressor. We know that Jordan Neely was homeless and that he was making loud comments. Now, he never physically attacked anyone. There's no evidence that Daniel Penny had any legal grounds to put him in that chokehold. But some bystanders say, look, we didn't know what to do. We didn't know if Daniel Penny was going to be a threat to someone. We didn't know if Jordan Neely caused some, altercation with Daniel Penny. So there are a lot of thorny questions, not a lot of concrete answers, but something that I'm thinking about, and I think we all have to think about, what is our moral duty? Do we have a moral duty to intervene when someone is being hurt? And I think when it's clear, I think we all would agree in real time, we should do something to try to save a life. Oh, I'm so perplexed. I'm so annoyed by what happened to Jordan Neely on that train, but there was no law that required those bystanders to do anything. But what do you think should have happened on that train?
Oh, I don't have a great answer for you. I'm as perplexed about this as you are. I just don't know. You were talking earlier about a responsibility to act, but with that is also the capacity to act, right? And let's say you jump in and then somebody doesn't like the fact that you jumped in and then all of a sudden you got something much bigger going on. It's just so complicated. I'm not sure that there's a great answer. And I would also add, this is not the kind of thing you can legislate. So you're going to require, let's say, for example, there's an 85-year-old man on the train and he sees something like that. You're going to require him to jump in to try to stop it? I mean, No, you're right. And it's complicated because you may get there late and jump in and you may be thinking you're helping the person that's the victim and you might be helping the person that's the actual perpetrator. So actually knowing, what's going down, who the right people are that you're trying to help, it gets very, very complicated. And I'm not sure there is
a answer to it that is going to satisfy most people.
Anybody.
Legislation is probably not the answer, because no, we don't want that 85-year-old man getting in the middle of a fight and, you know, something happening to him that could be also very problematic as well.